when we have common law claims, and we've got the ability, if we have the ability to let people know about it and see if they have more full faith and credit in what we're doing than what the government's doing, then I think that we can start doing some pull. And if I start with $306 billion, which is, that last federal case of $300 billion, plus I've got another $6 billion that I have, they have a tacit agreement to that's already been posted on the web, been served to them, and they don't have any dispute whatsoever about it. And it's all documented. I yield.
Excellent.
Fascinating.
John, do you have comments?
Yeah, sure.
Please respond.
Well, Hartford Van Dyke has discovered over the decades that he's been at this that there's a big difference between acknowledging the validity of what you're claiming and actually monetizing the bonds. And I think that that's something that needs to be taken very seriously, that the reality of our situation is such that the system is so corrupt that, as one judge said, I can't do what I obviously should do because it would cause chaos in the banking system. I mean, she said it. It was in her ruling, right? She couldn't give quiet title because if she did and it were known, it would cause chaos. So the situation that we're in, how shall I put it? It's very troubling that the efforts that we've made to hold the system to account, doing everything so that any reasonable person would see how reasonable what we did was, right, doesn't work. And my conclusion is that we're not sovereign and we're not in a position to create the situation that we want until we are actually sovereign. And so there are two things that are necessary in order to be sovereign. One is being able to issue the money, and the other is being able to enforce or to defend. And it's usually in the organic documents in the colonial times, it's always expressed as defend. So there are two approaches that are being taken. One is the well-ordered militia, and the other is, well, let's get our community-created credit up and running, which is what common good is all about. So if we were to create townships, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, the 100,000s, that whole idea of a bottom-up organization, what I call the Jeffersonian Ward Republic, because Jefferson called it the Ward Republic, then we would actually be in that position of sovereignty where we're creating the conditions in which we want to live, which is the essence of sovereignty. And the main thing that I believe that we're missing in our understanding of what we're doing is the proper relationship between the individual and the community. And you can say, as a kind of a principle, that the aim of the community always must be to empower the individual. So if you turn the relationship that we now have to our government, the government seems to think that its mission is to restrain the individual, every which way. So you have no access to capital. You have to do what somebody who has money wants you to do, not what you want to do. The whole system is designed to completely constrain you so that living your life voluntarily as inspired is very difficult. And I'll bring this to a close in just a second. The point is that our ability to create the conditions in which we want to live is, there are no obstacles to it. Everything that we need is available, but creating the awareness that we can do that is very difficult. That's what an effort like this is about. That's what the United States of America Republic is about. That's what the assemblies are about. That's what the well-organized militias are about. So I'm working on a project called the Union, which aims to bring all of these efforts together. I yield.